Welcome to Epic Elite Grey Garl in Three Barrel Cove. I just had the experience report open here to show you I am on Epic Elite. And it's a special video I'm doing to supplement a conversation that's going on in the forums right now. Berlichoni, sorry if I mess up your name, was just saying that he didn't really feel like his druid AOEs were stacking up very well against EE mobs. And we were talking about this quest specifically just as an example. And so that's why I chose this quest. And it was also a quest that I did on Gingerspyce as her level 27 video for the TR guide to the build. This is not Gingerspyce, this is Azalea. And Azalea is capped at level 28, so that's one difference. But I wanted to do a video with this tune just to offer some comparison. Ginger has a lot of past lives, a ton of them. And so that's going to make a difference in performance. Also, she has better gear too. This is a clone of that build. Everything is almost identical in terms of like where I spent my skills and feats, but I don't quite have all the gear that Ginger does. Want to quickly look at a few stats and pieces of gear. I do have some of the new gear out of the new raid, and was able to get 4 pieces. Have down here show I have 35 completions. I was able to get 4 pieces already, and those were just all epic normal runs. The bonuses from the gloves and the big wisdom on the goggles actually allowed me to dump Magistrate Evocation Specialist, which gives +3 to Evocation DC, and I chose Consecration instead. That's something I've been using just in the past few months on Ginger, and I really like it for some supplemental AoE DPS. I just don't feel like Magistrate Evocation Specialist is necessary anymore for me. My saves on my Earthquake are 55, which is certainly nothing special, but I've been a big advocate that really anything in the 50s is going to be good enough for EEs. It's not going to be no fail, but chasing those no fail DCs is spending a lot of resources that could be maybe better spent elsewhere, like on survivability, for example, which is where I choose to spend a lot of my resources because it is a tanky kind of a build. So only 3 Twists of Fate, unlike Ginger, who has 4. I am in Unyielding Sentinel, Epic Destiny. One of the pieces of gear that is a big difference is that my Thunderforged Scimitar only is up to tier 2, so I don't have the 17% universal spell lore like I do on Ginger. So my spell crit numbers are pretty bad. Other than fire, I have 32. Everything else is like, mid to low teens. The fire is a little bit higher just because I had the Cloak of Flames, and that's got 16%. Yep, 16% fire lore on there. And let's see, this ring is just a placeholder until I get the Boots of Blessed Travels on, which have dodge, and then I'll replace the ring with the Sage's Ring for universal spell power. But until I get that, I'm going to be using the Halcyon Boots. That's where I'm getting potency from, potency 80. What else? Also the spell power numbers are, 356 cold. That's, middle of the road. And the other numbers you can see, are sub 300. AC, PRR, AC is like 40 lower than Ginger. PRR about 25 lower. It'd be even lower if I had the same shield, but I'm using this tower shield, so it's some bonus PRR. MRR a little bit lower too. I don't even have all the gear augmented up like I do on Ginger, just mostly because I'm lazy. So I'm going to be using a couple of potions to improve my spell power. These potions of Superior Freeze, which you can get from the House P vendor. I forget the name of the shop. And also the potions of spell power that you get from the Commendation of Valor turn-in. And even though these are the same name alchemical bonus, they actually do stack with each other. So that's something I was only made aware of earlier this year. So pretty cool if you got some extra Commendation of Valor laying around. Alright, let's get this started. So I did a dry run before this just to see how she'd do solo. And definitely noticed the performance difference. as expected, but she was still able to solo it all the way to the end without drinking any pots, and with only using 2 out of the 3 shrines in here. I saw the comment about something about a big number from one of my AoEs being a little mystifying, but I can't say what that number was specifically. There was a lot of number lag because of all the AoEs, so it could have been from a burst or something. But everything in this build, in Gingerspyce and this tune, it's just all stuff that's working as intended. There are no exploits. There's nothing that's not working as intended. So this is just Earthquake, Sleet Storm, Ice Storm, Storm of Vengeance. Throw a Creeping Doom in there too. And just gonna let it chew it down. And you can use your SLAs to chew down the mobs. As the AoEs are chewing them up. If there are any mobs that aren't being damaged as much as the others for some reason, you could just hit them with your single target SLAs. I do have Ruin on this tune. I don't think I mentioned that yet. That's just 1 feat change, so I have that instead of Empower Healing, just to try it out. There's been a lot of discussion on the forum in the past about having Ruin on a caster druid, so I just wanted to give it a try. I could take it or leave it, honestly. It is certainly nice in certain situations, like fighting the abbot or something. But Sunbeam works pretty well against the abbot. One of the reasons I like to have Empower Heal is because I do like to tank, and when I'm going against like the Fire on Thunder Peak dragons, they can damn near one-shot me, and I really want to have a heal that can take me from nothing to full. And without Empower Healing, it doesn't happen. So here, you know, one difference, I mean, you can see like Ginger would have had everything dead before the earthquake expired, but here the earthquake expired and we still had a couple of mobs that had, you know, a sliver left, but you know, those can be easily finished off, no big deal. SLA's super cheap. Here's the fun room. I love this room. I was pugging a quest the other day and I can't remember what it was, and somehow the DA got to red and somebody's like, why is our dungeon alert red? And I was like, my build performs best at red dungeon alert. I actually do love a red DA though when I'm running Ginger, because it just really, you know, stresses her and you know, makes her perform under pressure. All right. So, pretty much taking care of all these before the AOE's expired. This one guy who didn't want to cooperate though. So that was you know, that's the standard attack routine right there that I like to do. So it's Earthquake, Sleet Storm, Ice Storm, Storm of Vengeance, Consecration. I threw Creeping Doom in there as well. A double shot with the Sunburst, and then just use a few single target SLAs. Another one of the twists that Ginger has that this tune doesn't is Empyrean Magic, and that adds universal spell power and up to 10% additional crit chance, so that's pretty huge too. So crit chance is much lower on this tune. go back for that other lever now. Just creating more work for myself. We'll get rid of all this trash, then go back and use the shrine. feeling these guys are gonna sneak up on me. See if I can sneak in this shrine before she catches up to me. And that's that. So even without all the past lives, still very doable. Obviously, some performance differences between Ginger and Azalea here, but I hope that comparison is helpful. If you have questions about anything that I'm doing in this quest or about the build, you can respond on the forum or on YouTube. And thanks for watching.